Hello, blog. Long time no see. I wasn't expecting to see you today. I was supposed to be editing my DC blog and reading today. It was my day off, right? But this morning I got a very interesting email. I got a callback that needs to be turned in ASAP. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I take my blog through this process with me? I haven't really done a video on the process of doing a self-tape, so I thought I might just have you struggle with me. Oh, my arm is already getting tired. How can this be? Before we do that, let's walk Layla, because Layla has to go to the bathroom too.
Laylee, aquí, hey. Laylee, we're going now. Up.
Thankfully, this callback only has 2 cuts. Oh, I thought you were pooping. This callback only has 2 cuts, and I happen to know the song already, so that makes it a lot easier. I do have to ad-lib, so I'm probably gonna sit a little bit and think about that. But again, it shouldn't be hard. In the email, they also specify that it doesn't really have to be a super professional recording. But because I'm a perfectionist and a professional, I'm gonna go ahead and just record as I would always do. And also it gives me a chance to show you guys what I do, or the way that I do it. Everybody does it differently, you know, that's the one thing. You shouldn't be scared to like not be professional in a self-tape. It's so different. But at the end of the day, there's like key things that you should do just to keep it, you know, professional enough, I guess. Anyway, let's go back. Okay. Layla has been. Te me cae. Te me sientas tranquila. Bye. Get. Te va a caer ahí tranquila. Okay. Normally, I like to record my self-tapes in the morning because that's like one and done. Also, I'm very picky on what I eat before I record. Sadly, I had some coffee this morning with some leche, milk, if you don't know. And I know my vocal cords are gonna be a little bit muggy. So I'm just gonna drink a lot of water See? I'm just gonna drink a lot of water while I get ready. That should help me a little bit, you know, bring the hydration back. I don't know most people. Usually it takes me around, I wanna say, 2 hours max to record a self-tape because, you know, women, we have to put on some makeup and then we have to get, you know, a little bit of clothing on and then obviously, you know, set up everything and tripod. I'm hoping it doesn't take me long again because I do know the song. Now I'm just gonna take a second and work on my ad-lib for one of the cuts. And then we'll go into makeup. Yay. Layla's gonna help me, right, Layla? Never mind. Also, since I have this here, I started reading It Ends With Us. It's my 3rd book of the year. I do have the second part, so I'm gonna read the second part after this. So far so good. Miss Hoover right here. She knows how to write. She knows how to write. I mean, I haven't really gotten far, if I'm being completely honest. But the first few chapters, like I was saying, the first few chapters are good. So, she good. Let me get on to the ad-libs. Oh my gosh. I also have to warm up, but I'll do that. I'll warm up before I record, for sure. Okay, just finished practicing 2 cuts. Now we get to do our makeup. With makeup, I try to be as, I guess, intentional as possible because obviously that's what they see physically. So this particular role, not to give too much away, but it is for the Halloween season. So I'm thinking a lot of dark colors, probably a really good red lip. Honestly, I'm not feeling too much about a red lip. Pero you get the point. I might do a little wing just to give myself a little, a little evil eye. I don't know. For self-tapes, I also don't think you have to go all out with like a full beat, because again, it's literally just a few minutes of your day. If I'm doing makeup for a regular day, I'm most likely gonna spend more time on my makeup, but for this I'm gonna try my best to be somewhat quick. Oh, I just noticed this. LOL. I'm gonna try to be quick. So you've seen me do my makeup before, so I'm just gonna skip through this real quick. I'll be right back. Did I scare you? Yo, this was not the look that was in my head, but it's what we're working with. First things first, I went a little bit overboard with the blush. I was trying to use the same lipstick that I have, which by the way, Carnival gave it to me when I was on board working on the Sunrise, so yay. Thank God I was able to give it a little bit of use, right? I quickly forgot how quickly this dries up. And so I proceeded to put it on my face. And when I went to blend it, it wasn't blending. There were like dots on my face. So I had to improv and like I went with different blushes just trying to mix everything. And this is what we got. You can slightly see it right here, but you know what? I don't think that's gonna show up in the camera too much when I go to record. But either way, it gives a little bit of like a darker effect. I don't know if that makes sense. Also, I was very worried that my foundation was gonna be too light, but I think with a little bit of blush and just playing around with bronzer, I really think it put the look together. And also the lipstick actually works out pretty well. I totally forgot this lipstick is so cute. Damn, why don't I use it more often? Well, because I don't like makeup. It is 4:26. We've taken too long to do this, so now we should go ahead and record, don't you think? At this point, I don't even remember the damn song. But no, I'm kidding. Let me not put that into the universe. Okay, Pookies, I got you on the tripod, which I have to set over here. The question is, where am I gonna plug you in? Oh, I figured it out. I got it. Okay, hi. The tripod is plugged in, but obviously I'm not gonna record with this background because it's too cluttery, and they shouldn't be looking at my mess. They should be looking at this mess. For self-tapes, I would usually find a blank wall that I can just record, but we actually have a little accessory that we are gonna try today. A friend sold it to me. It was a little theater thrift that I did, I guess. Here it is. I got me a black drop.
and I'm very excited to use it. It's a white one. I am hoping to get a blue one just to make it a little bit more professional, or even a black one actually. Who knows? I might get both. But that's what we're working with today. I was able to use it for a commercial self-tape that I did the other day, and it was actually very nice. It comes with both tripods which who knows, maybe I could use this eventually for like the camera. It has the middle stick so it can hold the curtain, so it can hold the backdrop, like yo I'm already out of frame. This is almost a room. This is, you can't see it, you can't really see it, but we only need a little bit, so it's fine. Okay, calm down. And then it has the white drop. I think a blue one or a black one would be best, but this is what it came with, so I'm not gonna fight, you know, we can still use it. It's not a crime. I just would prefer a darker color. It makes the video a lot more crispier in my opinion. But yeah, for next time. The set also comes with 4 of these clips, and this will hold the white drop on the pool. And she's long. Whoa. Honestly, this looks like a regular old blanket. So if you have the pools and you don't have a muslin cloth, how they call it, you can just use a blanket probably. Let's assemble it. I think there has to be a way to lock this pool, but I'm not gonna figure it out right now. Okay, backdrop has been set. Now I'm just trying to make myself in frame. This kind of thing I learned with my journalism degree, so I don't expect a lot of people to know. But when you're recording self-tapes, you want to make sure you don't have a lot of head space. So your head shouldn't be really touching that line of the screen, but it should also not have a lot of space. You should be able to see that person honestly from like a chest up. If you're doing some type of scene, usually people recommend waist up. For this one, I'm trying to do my waist, so I'm gonna scooch y'all a little bit back. Now there's too much headspace in this shot, so I'm gonna bring my tripod a little bit down. Can it go any lower? No. Oh, okay, I have to bring it down from the legs. Okay, I think we got it. Also, super duper great tip, if you're trying to get the best quality recording, use your back camera if you have an iPhone. Android, I'm sorry, I don't know. But use your back camera. Now, it is a little bit hard to know where you're at with your back camera, and that's why I have my Apple Watch, which, as you can see, hopefully it will show me a clear view of what you're seeing right now. And it's honestly been amazing when recording self-tapes. So now I know that I'm in frame and I know the video is going to be great. Now for lighting, I need to turn off the lights and also shut my windows so there's no natural lighting coming in, just the light from my tripod. Windows. Now let's turn on the tripod in 3, 2, 1. Lighting wise is good. Let me bring this
slightly less.
It's very important when it comes to lighting that you play with the different settings that your tripod has. I know other people that like to use different like light setups, you know, they have extra lighting and whatnot, and that's totally fine. At the end of the day, you want your video to look as best as you can, and you hopefully will do research and be able to invest in those items. But if you can't or you don't want to, it's totally fine. Also, sometimes you have to shoot auditions in other places, like while you're on vacation, while you're traveling. Maybe you might not be home and you get an audition that needs to be sent ASAP, as I've had in the past, and you just gotta record them anywhere at that point. It is not a crime, and nobody should let you think that. At the end of the day, what matters is that you showcase your talent. I know I've been anxious and hesitant sometimes to send auditions because my quality might not be good. I didn't know how to make it better, but now I know. I personally wish I had some extra lighting. I just think it will make, especially this white backdrop, pop a little bit more. But for now, it's just gonna do. And that's it. That's all it takes to record. Just press the button, sing, act, dance, whatever it may be. Enjoy it, because this is literally the work. My best advice for self-tapes is go full force. And I'm not saying be overly dramatic, be shouty. I'm just saying make sure that you're doing everything you can, because you want to showcase that to your director, to whoever's casting. Don't feel like you have to play it safe. It is not a live audition. I know in live auditions it can be anxious to try different things, but this is where you can try them. This is the space where you can push yourself. And most of us are alone recording these, so it's me, myself, and I. So that's your best audience. Make sure that you showcase everything that you can bring to the table, because that's what they want to see. Another tip, make sure that you warm up your voices. I treat my self-tapes the same way I would do a dance call. You have to warm up, because you don't want to get injured, you don't want to lose your voice, you want to make sure that you're doing things correctly and that you're doing things full out.
One eternity later.
There were some technical difficulties with my phone. I totally forgot how much I was recording, and I didn't even look at how much battery I had. My phone died. I went ahead and got a little bit. I got it 50% charged. So that should be fine for me to record whatever this is. If you were to ask me if I prefer self-taping versus live auditions, I personally prefer live auditions. I like the adrenaline of it, but that doesn't take away from the fact that self-taping gives you the chance to practice. It gives you the chance to honestly perfect your craft, and that's what we're doing today. With that said, before I get into screaming my little coochie off, I need to go ahead and warm up my voice. I know a lot of people that have their own warm-up routines, people that have recordings from classes that they have, from lessons. I personally have been using the same YouTube video from the same YouTube channel to warm up since I don't even know when. And last year I figured out that they had music out on Apple Music. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the Jacobs Vocal Academy. They have very different warming exercises. They also have just like resonance exercises, vibrato, like different types of techniques that you can work with them, and I totally recommend.
We are starting with a hum.
Yep. Warmed up. Let's record this. Na 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 I like it.